Okay, this is Unit 7, Day 2, Part 2. So we're on the back here. And again, we're going to continue looking at what does it tell us when we look at the words here. This is a median. So what does it tell us if it's a median? It tells us that it's bisected. This is equal to this. So ME equals EN. That's what it tells us here. So then it tells me here, EM, this side is 10 plus X, and it tells me EN, this part is 3X. But I know that this part has to equal this part because it's a median. So that's how I write my equation. 10 plus X equals 3X. Now I solve it. Remember that when I'm solving these, put a line here. There's nothing to combine on either side, so I'm going to minus the X to move the X's together. And I've got 10 equals 2X, divide by 2, and I get X is 5. By the way, how could I check if I got this right? Well, I could just go back and plug them in. This is 10 plus X, 10 plus 5 is 15, this one's 15. And plug it in here, 3 times 5, that one's 15. Did we get it right? Yes, because those were supposed to be equal. Okay, on the next one it says this is also a median. So what does that tell us? It tells us that it bisects. So EI equals IG. That's what it tells us. You're going to have this question on the knowledge check next time where it says, what does this tell us? You need to be able to say this. So then it tells me here GE, oh, the whole thing is 3X plus 5. And it tells me IE, that's this part here, is X plus 6. And we want to find X. Well, is this little part equal to the whole thing? No. But this little part here, I know, equals this part. That's what we said right here. This part equals this part. So if this is X plus 6, this is X plus 6. And then these two parts add up to the big part. So I've got this part, X plus 6, plus this part, X plus 6, equals the whole thing, 3X plus 5. Now again, just like before, I can combine the stuff that's on this side. I need to combine this stuff together. X plus X is 2X, 6 plus 6 is 12. This side I haven't done anything to, bring it down. Now that it's all combined, I'm going to move stuff to the other side. Minus the 2X. So these cancel, so I have 12 equals X. 3 minus 2 is X. Plus 5. Now, I want to get the 5 to go over here. Minus 5, and I get X equals 7. And I could check it by just plugging it back in here like we did before. Okay, on this one, it tells me that it's an altitude. What does that tell us? It tells us that it's perpendicular or 90 degrees. So, what do I know? Do I know these are equal? It doesn't say that it's a median, so I don't know those are equal. It might look isosceles, but it doesn't say it's isosceles, so I can't make that guess. What I do know is that this is 90 degrees. So this right here has to equal, that's that angle, it equals 90 degrees. 4x minus 6 equals 90. Am I even using this part here? Not right now. So then to solve it, I do plus 6. 4x equals 96, divide by 4, and I get x equals 24. Now this problem asks me to find x and to find CD. So how am I going to find CD? Well, to find CD, I'm going to take the 24 and I'm going to plug it in right here. So x plus 7, that's CD. So plug in 24 for x, 24 plus 7, and we get CD equals 31. I also need to find DB. That's this one right here, this part. So DB equals 2x minus 15. So plug this in here. 2 times 24 minus 15, and I get that BD equals 33. And in fact, were these two equal here? They weren't. It might look isosceles, but it's just slightly off. These two are not equal here at the bottom. Okay, in our final problem here, it says find the measure of this angle if it's a median? Well, if it's a median, what does that tell me? Well, a median tells me that it's bisected. It tells me this equals this. QS equals SR. That's what a median is. It tells me those are equal. So that's going to be my equation right there. This part is equal to this part. 10x minus 7 equals 5x plus 3. There's nothing to combine, so I'm going to minus the x over there. So I get 5x, bring this down, minus 7. That cancels, equals 3. Now add the 7 to both sides. So I get 5x equals 10, and I divide by 5, and I get x equals 2. Now this problem, they also asked me to find this angle PSR, so I'm going to take and plug it back into here to get this angle that they asked me to find. So PSR equals 15x plus 42. That's this angle right here. I'm going to plug it in down here. Plug in the x. 15 times 2 plus 42 equals 72 degrees.